Well, you did it. You took my one chance at happiness and crushed it. Crushed it into little tiny bite-sized pieces. I really had expected better of you people. I guess I'm a loser for that too. Don't bother showing up tomorrow. I'll just tell them you all died in a marching accident. So thanks. Thanks for nothing.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Disney! I hate it. I cannot believe it. I am genuinely mad. I never thought a Disney live-action remake would make me this riled up, but here we are. A 69 and a 93. Ah, go fuck yourselves. Recapturing the adorable charm of the original, if not quite matching its rambunctious sense of imagination. Man, what the fuck are you talking about? Old and new fans beware. Cuteness and mischief team up in Lilo and Stitch to make sure nobody gets left behind. Oh, you think so? You sure you want to go with that tagline, huh, Rotten Tomatoes? I feel like I'm being gaslit right now. A 93? Really? Lilo and Stitch is a live-action remake of the 2002 Disney classic of the same name. It follows an alien fugitive on the run who befriends a little girl on the island of Hawaii. I don't think I've ever mentioned this before, but the original Lilo and Stitch is probably one of my favorite movies, if not my all-time favorite. Almost everything about it was perfect, down to the aesthetics, the animation, the themes, characters, story, you name it, they got it. Okay, so knowing the current state of Disney live-action remakes, I made sure that I would stay clear of this one since I already knew it was gonna be a train wreck. But with a couple of last-minute changes, I somehow ended up watching it anyways with my nieces. And oh baby, the movie was pure hot garbage. I am being serious. It was so bad that I actually got frustratingly mad while watching that crap. So much so that I just couldn't help myself. I feel like I had the need to talk about this movie. Like, right now. Because, you know, some days there are just some movies that genuinely get under your skin that you can't help but just rant and vent all your frustrations to the world. And God help me, I am not waiting for 30 to 40 days for a digital copy to drop just to rewatch this shit all over again. Nah, bro. I refuse to endure such torture. The live-action remake is an abomination, a complete disgrace, and an insult to the 2002 masterpiece. I have a lot to say about this movie, so let's just go ahead and jump straight in. Side note, I'm not gonna be giving a play-by-play like what I usually do in my videos, but I will talk about that part of the movie. You guys know what I'm talking about, so spoiler alert, I guess. Let's talk about the live-action Lilo and Stitch. So, I'd like to believe that the first 5-ish minutes of the movie can really make or break your audience interest. And this remake does a really amazing job in pissing the fuck out of you. In the original, we're first placed into an intergalactic council meeting in space, where a scientist named Jumba is on trial after being accused of illegal experimentation, which eventually leads to us being introduced to Stitch. A lot of stuff happens in this opening sequence, but also a lot of iconic moments. And give them credit, in the remake, they impressively got everything looking like the animated version, down to the set pieces right through the character designs. But sadly, that's all as far as it goes, because this movie basically grabs the council scenes in the original and squishes them into this compact, rushed, horribly paced exposition dump. In the original, this opening sequence takes around 10 minutes before the title card rolls in. In the remake, 5 minutes. Yeah, they halved it. And guess what? For no apparent reason. They breeze through this entire scene and it is distractingly off pace. It's like they couldn't wait for the entire sequence to end, which looks pretty stupid and unnecessary now since the remake is 23 minutes longer. How is an animated movie that's an hour and 25 minutes long better at setting up the story than a live action remake that's an hour and 48? The annoying part was that they kept most of the iconic scenes, but none of the deliveries. It's like they had a checklist on what the audience wanted to see and called it a day. There are 3 specific scenes that I absolutely loved in the original. This line by Gantu.
Does this look infected to you?
He took the red one, and the Hawaii reveal. Happy to report, the remake went 0 for 3 on this one. Every bit of delivery from the remake was super rushed and did not land well. The Hawaii reveal was what hurt the most. In the original, it was a slow build-up. They see Stitch was about to land on planet Earth, they get confirmation that he can survive in water, they cheer, then oof, Hawaii's there, the crew gets worried again. It was crafted beautifully. Perfect. Mwah. No notes. In the remake, they just see Hawaii. No build-up, no big reveal. They just see the island and take note. The councilwoman even says, "You're kidding." Like she was in a goddamn sitcom. Was changing her abrupt no really fucking necessary?
That's a planet full of water.
Water increases his molecular density. He'll become heavy and drown.
Duh. We feel like the audience are too stupid to get what we're trying to say, so we dumb it down for you. Duh. Well, at least I don't have to worry about the movie butchering Gantu's funny line. Probably because he's not in a fucking movie!
No place I'd rather be.
So, I have a question. Let's say, hypothetically, if you wanted to remake a Disney classic and realize that you don't have enough resources to render at least half of the characters in the original, would you still do it? No? Well then, can someone tell Disney that? Where's my Jumba and Pleakley, motherfuckers? It's annoying enough that they wrote Gantu out of the movie, but to fucking lie and say that the story didn't make sense with them in it is just downright insulting. What do you mean the story didn't make sense with them in it? You're literally remaking a movie where the story made sense with him in it. Just say you couldn't afford to animate him, you fucking pricks. Stop embarrassing yourselves. Speaking of embarrassing, let's talk about Jumba and Pleakley for a minute. In the original, Jumba and Pleakley were hands down the best characters in the movie. I loved their dynamic. They were the perfect duo. They really gave off that fun aunt and uncle vibe that brought the whole movie together. The remake still includes them, but severely downgrades every aspect of their character. They lobotomize the ever-living shit out of them. So instead of being undercover aliens hiding on Earth using terrible disguises, they're just generic white men now. Cool. Pleakley's character in the remake was so underwhelming. In the original, he was a massive goof, but he was still professional. He was cautious, but still firm enough to keep Jumba in line. In the remake, he's just one pathetic Earth fanboy. He never gave up the energy that he was an Earth expert. But not only that, in the original, he was hesitant to work with Jumba, which makes sense. This was just a newly convicted evil scientist, so of course you'd have doubts working with him. But in the remake, he's such a fucking suck-up. He gets bullied, dragged around, shot, and yelled at by Jumba, and all Pleakley does was ask for a hug. And don't get me started on Jumba. Oh dear lord. Oh, I'm getting mad again. Zach Galifianakis, Zach, when I catch you, Zach, when I catch you, I'm throwing hands. This dude, by far, was one of the worst things about this movie. I do not know what the casting director was thinking, but this dude was just horrible. He first appears as Jumba as an alien, so he's doing voiceover work, which makes sense, but this dude sounds so pathetic. It's sad. Not only does he not sound like Jumba at all, but he sounds like he's not even fucking trying.
I didn't teach him that.
I did not teach him that.
Oh my god, at least try to find a fucking accent, you fucking moron! But that's not the worst part. Later in the movie, they set up disguises that make them look human. And brother, I thought Zach's voice acting was terrible. He is straight up garbage when it came to his physical acting. He had no emotions, he had no energy, he was just so pathetic. I'm getting mad again. I swear, it is infuriating how terrible the character of Jumba is in this remake. Not only is his accent gone, but he's as bland as a motherfucker. They pretty much took away all of Jumba's unique and loud personality and replaced him with this boring, generic, and pathetic excuse of a character. With Gantu off the picture, guess who these idiot writers decide will take up his mantle? Go on, guess. Yep, you poor bastard. They made Jumba the bad guy, folks. Straight up. No, he does not sympathize with Nani in the end. No, he doesn't help Stitch rescue Lilo. And no, he doesn't end up staying with the family to form a brand new ohana with Lilo. The dude is irredeemably evil now. Just total character assassination. There's this one scene where he's in Lilo's room, sees that she has pictures of her dead parents, and he literally starts shooting the room down. Excuse me, what the fuck? Jumba was never an evil character. He believed he was evil, but all he was a crazy scientist proud of his work. This is why in the original, he was so easily convinced by Stitch to help them rescue Lilo. Turning him into a main bad guy completely ruins this character arc. Dude, I am sick and tired of this stupid movie ruining my favorite characters. It's like the writers didn't even see the 2002 version after seeing how completely out of character almost everyone besides Stitch is. Which leads me to my third rant.
Nani?
One of the most confusing, yet also most frustrating parts of this movie was the character of Nani. The remake tweaked some of her character choices, and somehow every single one of them was for the worse. The first red flag that immediately got me was Nani missing Lilo's dance. Granted, in the original she wasn't there either, but that one was a dance class. Here, there was an event. It had a crowd, reserved seats, and everything. And she just misses it. Yeah, she never shows up. Her car breaks down, and instead of, finding another way to get there on time, the movie cuts to Lilo dancing, the event ending, and then Nani shows up in the car that broke down. You mean to tell me that instead of leaving the car to find another mode of transportation, you decided to stay there stranded until help arrived to revive your car while your sister was off dancing to an empty seat that she reserved for you? What? If there was anything that defined Nani, anything, it was that she was always there for Lilo. So her car refusing to start wouldn't be a valid reason to miss her sister's hula. Here's another change that didn't make any sense. In the original, Nani overhears Lilo's wish to have a friend, a guardian angel. This results to her wanting to be a good sister and grant that wish by taking her to the pound and letting Lilo willingly choose her own dog, leading to Lilo meeting Stitch. This was a great yet subtle way of showing how Nani, again, will always be there for Lilo. It shows just how much she cares and just how much she listens. She will 100% give Lilo the time of day, all the time. Yeah, the remake doesn't do that. Nani doesn't take Lilo to the pound. She doesn't help Lilo adopt a dog. She's not the reason Lilo gets to meet Stitch. In fact, Nani never even planned on getting Lilo a pet. So, what the fuck was the point in recreating this scene shot for shot if nothing was gonna come of it? Why the fuck wouldn't she take Lilo to the pound to adopt a dog? She heard Lilo make the wish. She wanted a friend. She sees Lilo wish for a guardian angel. And you mean to tell me that she never follows through? It's not just these type of stupid changes that pisses me off either. It's also the little things. The record player, for example. The fact that Nani doesn't even pay attention to Lilo and Stitch in this scene just shows how the writers for this movie were just clueless about what they were doing. The movie also weirdly devotes a lot of time trying to flesh out Nani's character. And I just don't see the point. Sure, movie, thanks. I always wanted to know if Nani wanted to be a marine biologist and if she ever got a chance to accept a scholarship from a school across the country. Thanks, guys. I don't know, it feels like something that just wasn't needed. Nani's whole story is based around trying to keep Lilo. So I don't understand why the writers felt like they needed to add a whole new, completely different layer to the story. What does Nani wanting to go to college have to do with Lilo or the outcome of the movie? You gave her up? You gave Lilo up so you could go to college? Are you fucking high? What do you mean Nani gives Lilo away? What the fuck? Yeah, in the most outrageous and shocking deviation from the original, Nani gives Lilo up to the state so she could go to college. What? Nani would never do this. It is not in her character to abandon Lilo like that. Whatever happened to Ohana means family, and family means nobody gets left behind. Lilo literally got left behind.
Why are you trying to go against what Mama and Papa said?
Because we were left behind. I know. All that stuff sounds so nice, but that is not reality. This is reality.
Oh, so Ohana doesn't mean shit now, I guess. Fuck me, right? Which one of you fuckheads was behind this? Huh? Speak up. Whose idea was that? Which one was it? Was it you? Was it you? I bet it was you. I'm watching you. The story of Lilo and Stitch is about love and family. We practically devote the entire movie to our plot of whether Nani can make things work to keep Lilo. The fact that she willingly hands her over to the state without a fight is a betrayal of her character and the source material. It's distasteful and a disgrace. Good job, movie. You completely lost the plot. Fuck you. What? Before I send y'all off to your merry way, here are some other things that I didn't like about the remake, but have very little time and interest to devote towards. Enjoy! Pudge is supposed to eat a peanut butter sandwich. Lilo made that very clear, you uneducated swines. But thanks for not elaborating further that her parents died in a rainstorm. I'm sure that's not an important detail for a character as delicate and sympathetic as Lilo. Ice Cream Guy is supposed to be a tourist, not a local. The fact that none of the writers saw the significance of his character is baffling and idiotic. David is useless and stupid. You couldn't even help Nani find a job, you fucking prick. The big spaceship chase? Gone. The significance of the story of the ugly duckling to Stitch? Gone. Cobra Bubbles' aura? Gone. This isn't in the movie. 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 This could have been in the movie because Jumba decided to be a fucking psychopath. This isn't in the movie. Yeah, fuck this shit. You're a fucking disgrace. Thanks, Disney. I hate it. Overall, the 2025 Lilo and Stitch is yet again another botched Disney live-action remake that lacks the heart, the charm, and the effort of the original film. If you're familiar with the animated version, I'd suggest you just stay there and avoid this remake at all costs. If you haven't seen the animated version, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? Go see that instead. The remake is rushed, confusing, and all over the place. Ironic enough, the only bright spots were Lilo and Stitch. Everything else? Embarrassing. The live-action Lilo and Stitch completely misses the mark in all angles and is a total cash grab. It misunderstood the themes and completely botches their characters and what made them memorable. It's an insult to an already beloved masterpiece and a spit in the face to everyone who loved the original. 2 out of 10, I'm going to bed. Go fuck yourself. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed your stay. If you liked the video, make sure to click the like button down below. If you want to be updated and see more content come your way, go ahead and click the subscribe button and turn on notifications. It helps the channel out a lot. That's it for me. Have a great day and a good night, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!
Hi, make sure you subscribe to beaniiebrian. He is gonna be uploading new video very soon. What the fuck?